Hey guys, we're back again with day 13 of this little study here, and today we find ourselves in Genesis chapter 12, verses 1 through 3. And it reads, "The Lord said to Abram, Go out from your land, your relatives, and your father's house, to the land that I will show you. I will make you into a great nation. I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you. I will curse anyone who treats you with contempt, and all the peoples on the earth will be blessed through you." Guys, I'm gonna be maybe run a little long tonight, but just like Abram, y'all, God, his promise to Abram still stands with us. God's got a plan, and ultimately God will bless us, but it comes at a cost, and that's the main point. God's blessing at a cost. But what we must understand is, with the cost that God's blessing is going to come to you is going to be, kind of leaving what you know behind. For Abram, he had to leave his land, his house, and his relatives, which in culture for them in that particular time, only the landless and the people who were technically fugitives would pull things such as this. So this was a statement truly that he was giving up everything to receive God's blessing, because he went against what culture said was the thing to do, or what culture looked down upon, and did what God said was right. Guys, and for us, this kind of still applies. Maybe we have to leave behind toxic relationships, toxic relatives that might be toxic to our faith walk, or even friends who might drag us down. And here's a big one. When I wrote this one down, I was like, oh goodness, God, way to go. You really convicting there. Sometimes you have to leave behind yourself. The way that you formerly were before you met God, you have to throw that to the wayside, so that you can move on, and God can use you from that point that you accept Him to better His kingdom and, bring glory to Him. And I have two questions for y'all tonight, and I'll get that in the next set. The two questions that I have for y'all tonight are you willing to give up what holds you back from receiving a blessing from God? And if your answer to that question is yes, what are you willing to actually give up? And my second question, well, technically kind of my third, is what is holding you back from living your life sold out for Christ? Is it one of the things that I mentioned before, toxic relationships, relatives, friends, yourself even, or, maybe it's those thoughts that you think that keep you up at night that are holding you back, or the doubts, the self-doubts, the worries, the insecurities that keep you from going and living your life fully for Christ. Anyways, that's, like I said, that's all I really have for y'all tonight. So y'all have a good night, and God bless. Just a little head warning before we get into this Bible study for the night. It was convicting for me to go through, and if you feel convicted by this Bible study, maybe you should, pray about it. Pray about what might be some of the situations that was brought up in tonight. Reach out to your pastor, your youth pastor, or me, or somebody that you trust in your faith, that you can trust, to help you along, pray with you about it, and maybe they can help guide you in a way and use spiritual guidance and just biblical truth to help you in what you might be going through, guys. So this is just a little warning. Tonight is a little convicting, so be ready.